Hey everybody, One Wisdom here. It is Wednesday, March 11, 2015. The time is 1:53 in the morning, and I just didn't trap Dr. Crankcase, but I actually put him in a trap. One of the reasons I kind of had to push back the playthrough, number one, I really wanted, some of the non-released characters to be here. Enigma, Thunder, there's a whole bunch of characters that I wanted to experience in the game for the first time. Another reason is there's certain elemental traps that I don't have surpluses of, and one of them was tech, and I could not actually get Dr. Crankcase in a trap because I did not have one. So I like to keep them kind of dedicated when possible. I don't know that that's even going to be possible coming up, looking at all of the villains there are. Life and water, yes. Anything aside from that, no. But the good news is I got a tech trap, so I can finally do this and then progress into chapter 12, which I've wanted to do forever. But I have to say, I've gone through this already, just as 1, 2, 3, since he is a Doom Raider, i.e. supervillain. He's got attack 1, attack 2, and the Doom Raider only tertiary attack. So he is actually very practical. He's fairly agile. I mean, you gotta give him that. He's pretty funny. I like his Let's Goo. I actually incorporated that in my spreadsheet here. That's what his jump looks like. He's kind of got like a Doc Ock look going on. Mad scientist type thing. Primary attack, I actually called this just the leg spin. It's what you remember from the battle. You can't hold it down. You can't actually hold any of these down. But as you can see there, 133. And he kind of, if we stand right here at the bottom step, he'll slide almost to the bridge. It's got pretty decent, range on it. I don't know that we can get both of these guys. But let's see if we can hit him and slide into the other. Not quite, but I mean, it's not showing well here at the training grounds, but I think, against like garden variety enemies, that could prove pretty lethal, like to a small group. So 133 to 199 is the attack damage. Their secondary attack is my personal favorite. It's the goo gun, as I call it. And that's a whole lot of stuff going on there. Number one, the aesthetic change to the dummy, the goo left on the ground. 49 to 73. 73, of course, is going to be what our critical hit is. Any of those 49s can be 73. But the way it works out, it's very hard to tell, but it happens 4 times, and it happens, very successively. Just rapid fire damage, 49, 49, 49, 49. Usually, of the 4 numbers, you probably have like a 1 in 2 chance of firing the attack off and getting a critical. We didn't that time, or that time. Or that time, so that's 4 in a row. There's finally one on the 5th try, but it's pretty critical hit friendly. We got actually 2 in that one hit, so I like that. And then his tertiary attack, which again a lot of people forget that certain villains, namely the Doom Raiders, have a tertiary attack. You get so accustomed, your garden variety villains where you just got, primary, secondary. Some people actually do overlook this. This is pretty cool. It's what I call the Electro Glove. It's kind of more of like a Tesla pulse, if you will. It's very similar to the goo gun. It does just rapid fire damage, 4 instances of it, and this one does 22 to 33. So if you're like me, you think, okay, he's a special guy, he's a Doom Raider, he's gonna have something that ties in with the goo gun, and then I bet if we blast, it's gonna do extra damage, or hold it longer. That is not the case. Same thing with the primary attack. It doesn't actually trigger anything with the goo on the ground. But nonetheless, he is one of the better villains that I have played. I feel like all 3 attacks are practical. He's fairly agile. He's got a cool look. The aesthetics are really nice. I hope they don't screw it up when we do his quest. But I just like him like this. I like him like we know him and trapped him in chapter 11. So that said, this is Dr. Crankcase. Interesting note, in the little game here, he doesn't have the dot after his name. Just something, just pointing it out. If I don't do these things, no one else will. But again, when we come back, you will see his quest, and then after that, I will come back in and we will show, of course, his evolved aesthetics, and most importantly, the evolved attack damage numbers. So, that said, I will catch you back here as soon as we are ready to progress to that point. Hey everybody, One Wisdom here, a little after 3:30 in the morning. I'm here in Chapter 12, Time Town. and missed quite a bit of stuff our first time through. I forgot that some stuff can sometimes be, you know, within the villain quest. So we are here and we're gonna switch over. I guess we'll talk to him so you can hear it.
Oh boy! So glad you come to see this happy diorama. Isn't it fun?
Oh, so I guess that's it. So we've missed a ton of stuff still. I'm hoping.
See what I did there?
Oh no! Ah!
Okay, so he actually, I liked him. I need to see him side by side, really. I kind of liked the red, but this is not horrible. It's one of the least objectionable evolutions. Okay, so that's cool. We've got a hat in here. So let's sadly I can't get attack damage numbers by breaking. Well, I guess we can. So I'll kind of have an idea of where he'll be at. Let me just switch back. That's crazy. But this is Crankcase's quest. He basically he's evolved fully right now. He doesn't have anything to do with this room really. So let's just see what the hat is and go about our way. Okay. Police love hat or something. The Bobby hat, plus 20 armor. That is huge. 7 elemental power. That's debatable, but the plus 20 armor is awesome. This chapter had 2 really good hats. I guess we'll put it on him. I don't.
Yes, that'll do just fine.
That's not a horrible look, but you know. That's it. This is right here in the, you drop down onto this platform just so you kind of have an idea. There's the diorama. Crankcase breaks that all on his own. That's nothing I did. So just so you kind of have a feel for where it is, you just come in. It's pretty early in the chapter, but this is where you drop down. Can't really miss it if you're, you know, looking around for it. So when you see this wall, the first little deal with Da Vinci, just backtrack this direction and you are home free. So that said, that is Dr. Crankcase's quest. It is in Chapter 12, Time Town. He is now fully evolved. This is what he looks like. The purple and green go together pretty well, I'd have to say. So the goo is a nice complement to the sinister Dr. Purple. It matches the legs quite well too. But that's it. That is his quest, and we'll come back in as soon as I'm done in this chapter. We'll go back to the academy, and I will check out his evolved attack damage numbers. So stay tuned for that. Hey everybody, one wisdom here about 5:30 a.m. Wednesday, March 11, 2015, wrapping up our Villainography series for Chapter 12, Time Town. The character that we've got here is the evolved form of Dr. Crankcase. He looks pretty cool. I really liked him the way that he was. That's usually what I say here. I don't feel like it's as bright as it could be down there. Maybe right up here you can see him a little better. The purple actually fits like his personality, like his playful PhD and evil doctor type thing. He kind of has the mad scientist vibe going. It complements it well. I feel like the red was kind of more at home, but the cool thing is he's got the goo gun and it kind of works with the purple, so I don't have a problem with this one. He's got really cool music. He also is fairly quick, especially given his size. If you play around with it, if you cycle back and forth between like him and a Skylander, you can see like the height difference even with Blade's wings. He's roughly like, I don't know, I wouldn't say double, but probably like 75% bigger, so that's pretty cool. Now his primary attack, it is what I dubbed the leg spin. This is what it looks like. That's what he uses against you. It will deal 173 standard, and I was getting criticals all the time prior to filming this. I don't know why he's not wanting to critically hit anything this time. I can tell you what it was, 259. So you saw it too, but I mean, when I first fired this thing up, he was like critical, critical, critical. So I was thinking it was pretty cool. His secondary attack is the goo gun. It's awesome. It's probably my favorite of his attacks. It does the same rapid fire, 4 hits in a row in succession, if you will. Box stock was doing 49 to 73. It has jumped 15 to 64, and of course half of 64 is going to be 32. So our critical would be 96. I'll see if I can get one for you. There it was. So 64 to 96 now on the evolved goo gun. And as a Doom Raider or a supervillain, he doesn't have just a primary and secondary, but he also has that third attack, or the tertiary attack. Here on the Xbox One, it is the Y button. So what that is just kind of like the Electro Hand. I called it the Electro Glove. It's really more of like a lightning bolt or lightning strike, but I just felt like since he has gloves, I wanted to tie that in. So it was doing 22 to 33 box stock. He is now doing 29 to 43, and it fires off the 4 hits in rapid succession, just like the goo gun. My thoughts initially was like, okay, I bet if I cover something in goo and then do one of the other attacks, he's going to do extra damage. That was not the case stock. It is also not the case in his evolved form. So that said, he's pretty cool. He's one of my favorite villains that I've actually trapped, played with, evolved, and continued to play with at this point in time. So he is somebody where quite a few of the villains, I mean, you'd really just have to say like, oh, I really want to play as this person. He is someone that I would have no objection to just switching to at any point in time. So he's got nice dialogue while he's in the trap slot, and he looks cool in either form really. And then most importantly, he does pretty good damage, and it's just kind of unique stuff. It fits his personality, and that kind of is what makes me like him so well. So that said, this is Dr. Crankcase. I've taken you through his stock aesthetics and damage numbers. We took you through his quest, which turned out to be pretty simple. Now, if you don't have Crankcase in a trap in that chapter, the little blue arrow in front of the breakable stage does not appear. That's something that I've researched and confirmed. That's probably how we missed it the first time in the blind playthrough. So kudos to us for not being totally blind by that. But if you've got him in the portal, or you've had him, I think probably do his quest or something when you get to the others. Obviously, once he's done his quest, you kind of know. But if you're like me and you don't have the trap maybe from when you previously battled him in Chapter 11, or if you're trying to document things like I do, whatever the story may be, it would be very easy to miss those dioramas or whatever they call them, and kind of be oblivious to those hidden areas later in the chapter. So that said, I really do like Dr. Crankcase. Of course, we've got Dr. Crankcase's lair, which is awesome. If you haven't seen me unbox that thing, be sure to check it out. This is one of the guys, him, Wolfgang, obviously Chaos, some of the others, Chompy Mage, Rebel Lobgoblin in general. There's a whole slew of them, but he is one that would make an epic figure. Yeah, whatever they do in Skylanders 5 or on down the road when they get back to Toys for Bob or something, this is something that I would totally love to see as a figure that you can go to retail stores and purchase, and then come in and upgrade him, take it even further than this. It's just, even just if it was just to display, if it did nothing, this is something that I would gladly have, and it would sit on the pool table, and I'd probably have a second one and custom paint it or something. But he's just a cool villain. And that said, I'll quit rambling. Take those links at the top of the video description box. You can go to the Skylander Club Forum or my personal site, oneofweezem.com. I guess Skylander Club Forum is also kind of my personal site. It's just kind of like more of a community experience. But check those out. On that page, you will see the video, and of course, I will have the snippet from my spreadsheet of awesomeness where I outline his attacks, what I dubbed them, their stock damage, their evolved damage. I also include where you capture him, which is Chapter 11, and then, of course, in this case, where you get his quest done and evolve him, which is Chapter 12, Time Town. So, very helpful information, and you can check it out, like I said, at either of the links. Make sure you follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Similarly, and I guess most importantly, make sure you are subscribed. If you like what you see here with the Villainography series, feel free to go back, check out the past villains we've already documented. I've got a bit of a trap shortage issue for some of them, but I am working to resolve it as best I can. I'm sure you can all relate to that. But stay tuned. If you enjoy the series, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know. Tell your friends about it, have them subscribe, and get them involved in on the action. It would be much appreciated. And last but not least, if you are a big-time Skylander fan, check out that Skylander Club Forum. If you like what you see, sign up. We would love to have you. That said, for myself and Dr. Crankcase, I guess we had better goo You see what I did there? That's kind of funny at 5:34 in the morning, but I hope you all have a good day, and Crankcase and I are going to get out of here and get some sleep.